you ready to discover who you came here to be? Welcome to the Human Design and Astro Club podcast. Human Design is a system and a tool that is here to empower you and show you your greatest potential. Come learn with us and discover who you really are. Hi friends, Crystal here. Before we dive into this episode, I wanted to jump on here real quick and let you know about a few of our offers. We don't just do transits on here, and we don't just interview people. We also have deeper ways for you to connect to yourself as well as others. Our first offer is actually completely free. It's our free guide to honoring your strategy and authority and tips and tricks to do so. If you struggle with this place, if you struggle with what your authority is, if you're still confused about your type, I highly suggest picking up this free guide. We also have our manual to your true self. If you struggle with the languaging behind human design, if you don't understand the parts of the body graph or how to read your chart, I highly recommend picking up our manual to your true self. We go through all the key terms and ways to integrate this information. Let's move on to our classes. We have a bunch of classes that we just launched that are all connected to the variables. The variables are connected to the 4 transformations. So this is your unique path to your true self. And our first class is actually our determination class. And this class is helping you understand the way in which you eat. It shows you the correct environment for you to eat in, and also the way in which you take in information. Our next class is our cognition class that is also connected to the brain, and it helps you understand the way your body interprets frequency. It is your unique super sense that aligns your vehicle. And our third class, we actually just launched. We're super excited about it, and it's our environments class. This class helps you understand how your unique vehicle aligns to your outside world. It shows you the correct people that you might connect to in your correct environment. It shows you your true success. Now, after you go through these classes, if you're feeling like you need a little bit of extra support, if you're feeling like you want to understand how to decondition at a deeper level, if you're looking for community, I highly suggest checking out our human design support group. We have a bunch of differentiated folks in there that are going through the same process as you. We have 2 Zoom calls a month, and we also have a community page where you can ask any questions about your design or just simply share what you're going through. Now, our last offer is our 2022 forecast for the year. We go through all of the key players of what's going on for 2022 through the lens of human design, astrology, and tarot. If any of these offers sound riveting to you, I highly suggest picking them up. You can check them out in our descriptions of our show notes down below. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
to the Human Design and Astro Club podcast.
One of these days we're going to be in sync. One of these days or maybe I just need to, if I do a little finger action on YouTube, friends, you can see this, you'll know exactly. But I guess I also am not consistent with how we're going to introduce. So let's try this again. Welcome to the Human Design. Never mind. Welcome to the Human Design and Astro Club podcast, where a generator and a projector cannot figure out how to say an intro together. That's what's happening over here. But one day, maybe 3 years from now, we'll figure this out. The intro will be a lot more profesh. Although we're getting more profesh because you've got a really good mic that I want now,
Yeah,
which I'm
you do
probably
want.
going to get. I'm probably going to get. I've been thinking about that one before you even got it. This one's just, it's all right.
I mean, I carried it in from my husband's podcast room like a newborn child. So I was like, come with me, sweet microphone baby.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like I'm a foot and a half away from it, and it's
Yeah, I feel like I have to be right on top of this one for it to sound good. I'm like in the mic. I'm like, how
yeah,
close can my mouth get? So, oh,
yeah.
and sorry, YouTube people. You're probably like, you guys have really bad video. It's
Where's your
because
ring light?
it's
There
right
it
here.
is.
It's here, but it's my computer keeps darkening for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird.
That's what happened the last time.
It's
But
going to sleep.
anywho,
Anyway.
Leah just completely changed the wall of her room. If you'll notice, if you have gate 9, you will notice that the area has changed. And I told her that we need to have lifestyle backgrounds. If you'll notice my background, we have my Zohars, we have my human design chart, we have my like manifestation board, we have an art project that I never finished because I like to do that. So those leaves in the background. We have a bunch of my books, and plants. Do not look at the one that is not doing too good. Don't look at it. Okay. I know I just drew attention to it, but don't.
Just move your head over. Just there you go. There it is.
But I have to be on top of the mic.
Well, it's okay. They're happy little plants over there. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, no
Whatever that is.
one's probably not going to stay for very much longer. But anywho, we're trying to have lifestyle backgrounds. If you,
We're trying to make it look pretty while we're on YouTube so that you have something else
yeah,
to look at.
one day the video quality will be better. But for now, this is what you get. But
Yeah.
I did want to put on a little Taurus love makeup today because for this week, we have entering into the program. And if you don't know what the program is, it's our weekly energy update. So if you're new here, hey, this is what we do. Maybe you joined us for the last full moon. A lot of you joined us for the last full moon. So maybe you're like, I want to see what these gals got going on this week. So we talk about energy every week. Sometimes we have interviews, which we have a few lined up that I'm super excited about. So stay tuned for that. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
It's very
So
exciting.
yeah. So we're doing things over here. We talk things all human design, astrology, tarot, and weird. So whatever, that's a genre, right? Like I feel like as a Sagittarius sun, I don't like being put in the box. And by the way, I'm Crystal if you didn't know. How you doing? I do the human design over here and the astrology and
And I'm Leah. And I do tarot. And I also chime in on some things, human design, astrology, whatever I can contribute.
yeah, Leah's still
I
still
apologize
very
for
much in her
my
too.
raspy voice today. It's coming in and out of
Is
being
it?
used all day long. Yeah.
I didn't
I
I
had
didn't
some sort of a scratchy throat today. It was very strange.
I didn't notice until you just pointed
Oh,
that out.
I hear it in my headphones.
Oh, oh, low sound.
Yeah.
So, well, how was since the last we talked, I don't think we had our full moon yet. How was your full moon? Anything come up for you?
The
Anything
full
good?
moon was pretty good. I felt like beforehand I was doing a lot of going inward. I felt like last week I was really retreating,
Mhm.
hermiting, and then this week I've felt, which at the time of recording this week, I felt a lot better, a lot more of that push and drive to do. Plus, we're creating a lot of stuff for what we'll talk about in a little bit with the doorway and everything. But It's
Well, we
really
can
helped to
mention it
have
now.
that. Yeah, so I
Go
think
ahead.
a
Sorry.
combination of things. Like I've just felt like I needed to do the reclusing so that I can kind of come out of my shell, and then the combination of just being excited about what we're gonna launch very soon,
Yeah.
called the
You might
doorway.
be waitlist friends. You might be hearing from us
Yeah.
this week. So if you're listening to this on Monday, what is that, the 25th? We record a week early now, guys. You'd think I'd make sure I knew, but you
Yeah,
know,
Monday will be the 25th. Yep.
yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm
Hmm.
playing my sound bowl before it's time. Um, so yeah, Monday the 25th, the week of the 25th, if you're listening to this, I would highly suggest getting on the wait list if we haven't already sent you an email, because if you get on the wait list for the doorway, you will receive, when you purchase the doorway, a free bonus class that you'll want to get. I promise you'll want to get this because I've been talking about it for
Hmm.
a while. It's related to motivation and it's related to the entities that are attached to each motivation. So if you
Very
are
cool.
spiritually curious, if you like aliens, if you like demons, if you like angels, find out which one is connected to your motivation. So we're going to do a bonus class on that if you purchase from our wait list, and then you'll also get an entry to win a free reading, free human design and tarot reading. So that's super
Yay.
exciting. So one of you will be a winner in the wait list. So join if we haven't already sent you an email,
Hmm.
which I guess you wouldn't know if you're not on the wait list.
Right.
So jump on if
And
you
that's
have
going
any
to be
questions.
the link is in the description, either on YouTube if you're watching it there, or in whatever
Yeah, all of
place
the
format you're watching
descriptions.
it in the podcast.
Yeah, you can just check, and you can also DM
Or,
us. Oh, we have a new
yeah,
Instagram.
we do
So
have
if
a
you
new
would like to
Instagram.
DM us, definitely head over to what is our new Instagram?
It's Human Design Astro Club.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yep.
We had it a lot really long at the beginning and then I forget. What is it
we had
now?
it was Human Design Astro Club podcast, and we
Yeah, that
took the
was way too
podcast off.
long.
It was a million
Yeah, you
letters,
got
so
who wants to type it? By a human design, you're like, forget it. You're like, you're telling me there's a lot more letters to type now.
just
Forget it.
copy, like go to the description and just copy. We have it in there. It's just
Mm-hmm.
at Human Design Astro Club. Just copy that with your
That's
phone,
easier.
and then just hit it over in the search button. You'll find us.
Yeah, of course the projector tells you an easier way.
I'm just that's
I
why we
would
have it all
the
down
third
there.
line's like, so leave this app right now, head over to Instagram, hit search, type in HUMAN. You're like, I'm done. I don't want to go over
Yeah,
there anymore.
yeah, I got you.
So, anyways, you can, anytime you guys have questions, you can just either email us or you can go over to the Human Design Astro Club Instagram. There we go. I'm gonna
You
get it.
got it.
I'm gonna get it one day.
You got
And you can just DM us from there and we'll be more than happy. One of us will answer you, or
it.
maybe both of us at the same time. I don't know. Whoever gets there first,
Hmm.
because I have gate 25. I'm always
Probably,
racing.
probably Crystal.
It will probably be me. It's usually me. It's usually you guys, if you guys send us emails. No, I take that back. Leah does like to check our emails more than I do.
I check the emails religiously. Crystal does all of the other
The other
checking of
things.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Leah gets more pleasure out of the email for some reason. So I let her,
I don't
that's
know what it is.
you just do. So I'm like,
It's
let
like
you
going to the
just go
mailbox and
ahead.
like getting spam. Like I open my email, and I'm like, oh, what kind of spam am I getting today? Like I don't know
Yeah, I
why I
don't
do
want to
that.
know. So I'm glad one of us does.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll never know who you're talking to. Okay. Unless you have caught
We'll we'll try and put
our
our name on it,
rhythm.
but we don't always remember. You know what's funny is my neighbor was just going. She was away for a few days and came home, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, the cutest thing! The person next to me was texting with his mom, and the only reason she could see is because at the end of the text she wrote dash mom. Like, who else was she gonna be talking to that she needed to like put like who it was from in the text? And I'm like, and
Yeah.
she's like, I think we need to start doing that now, and then put her name, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I think we need to do that too. I'm like, from Leah, like
Yeah.
formalities. It's like
I'll do that
letters.
in like a DM.
Yeah. We do that
Or,
in the community page because it gets really
well, that too.
confusing which one of us is actually talking, and then it helps us remember who.
Yeah, sometimes I don't do that. So sorry to all the support group people that were like, "Who wrote that?" It was probably me. If it was left blank, it was
Yeah.
probably me. So sometimes I'm typing so fast. My response is like, I have to get this out right now. And then I'm just like, send. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't tell them who it was. They'll figure it out.
It's all good.
But yeah, I'm excited. We have our next support call this Sunday. So right before the
I
new moon. So you guys will be listening to this in the future. So this will
know.
be the past. What's happening? Time doesn't exist, guys. I actually just jumped. Can we talk about this before? I'm going to play my
Yes.
sound bowl in a minute, but
Yeah.
before we do that, so I've been experimenting with timeline jumping.
Love it.
That I mean, I got you into it for 5 seconds, and then you're
I
like,
know.
I'm not.
I do miss it. I feel like I should get it back,
Yeah,
go back in there and do
but
it
I've been
again.
doing stuff a little. I've been trying some different things out.
Hmm.
I'm like trying to find my way, of doing this and what's really going to work for me. So I always like to have, when I'm going to do a timeline jump, I always like to have certain crystals. And I don't know if this is just like, I feel like even kitchen's environment, like, let me like bring that kitchen to everybody. Cause like, especially when you're going to timeline jump, you need to have that support. Right. And I feel like that's what crystals really do. And it really helps like move that energy, right? It's like
Hmm.
alchemizing the energy from within. So I like to make a crystal grid on like my body. And then I really have to envision that next version of self. You have to really be able, it's like you have to absorb them. It's like you see them and then you absorb them and then you are them and then you have to like ground yourself into this new version of who you are. The
Mm.
strangest thing that happened this last time that I did it was during the Jupiter Neptune conjunction. I'm also following the transits when and deciding when's the best time to do them. So I was like, this will be the most supportive time for me to do this. So I jumped to a timeline that I like to call freedom and abundance. So the next day I woke up to more money than I've gotten for one single thing in a long time. And then another one came after that, and then another thing. And then I was doing this full moon circle, and like just like so many things are just continuing to happen. And this time from when I jumped till now is the most money that I've probably made since doing this in 1 week.
So awesome.
So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So I'm gonna jump again during the new moon though, because I usually don't go that close into jumps, but I have to jump during that time because this new moon is going to be in my north node and we're going into our nodal return.
Hmm.
So I have to jump during this one.
Hmm.
I'm going to jump to an even bigger one. So I'm going to grab your hand when I'm jumping. So I'm going to put my hand out for you and you have to grab it. You'll know when it's time. And we're going to the next version.
I love it.
So,
I've got
yeah.
actually crystals all over my desk right now. I have various
Yeah, I always have
ones.
crystals on my desk.
Hmm.
So I'd like to play my sound bowl for this new moon. So if you're listening to this now, definitely replay it again, or maybe head over to YouTube and watch it. And yeah, during the new moon. I don't think I thought I said that, and then I realized I didn't actually say that. So apologies. All right, on the count of three. One, two, three. right, we're back. So we hope that you enjoyed that little sound bowl meditation. I'm also going to send for during our newsletter the Hebrew letters for the month of Taurus. I put it in my Instagram yesterday and my stories, and a lot of you seem to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start doing that every month. So for the next season, you'll get um, the Hebrew letters that basically created the planets and created these astrological signs. So there's a frequency that's inside of each Hebrew letter that is a portal to another side. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is when I send you in our newsletter, and definitely get on our newsletter if you're not already on it, because we send you guys a lot of cool stuff, including weekly energy aura updates for your specific aura type. But for the new moon during this time, and you can also do it just through the month of Taurus, sometime during your day, I want you to just take a look at these Hebrew letters and just imagine your future self, especially because Taurus is in the North Node right now. So imagine your future self, maybe envision the next version of you that you want to be, the next version of your life that you want to be in, and just allow yourself to be in that moment through those letters. Don't try to make sense of it. Just look at them. You don't have to know what they are, but I will tell you that they're Vav. It's called Vav and Pe. Vav and Pe. Okay. And I will give you all of that on the newsletter. So if you were listening to this on Tuesday, you would have already gotten it. And that's when they come out every Tuesday. So I guess, is there anything else you wanted to share, Leah?
No, I don't. I'm excited to hear
Okay.
what you have to say about everything.
Yeah, this is a really big week.
Mm-hmm.
Like we so much opportunity from here until May 10th. I'm going to keep repeating that so that you guys can like capture it. Like this is just such a big time right now, and I think we can all feel it. We can feel that sense of like urgency that just all of a sudden sprung up in us, right? Like January was a really slow start to the year, right? And it kind of has been a little, it was slower and then it had like a little bit more movement and then a little softness. And now it's like, okay, everybody pick up the fucking baton and run.
Mm-hmm.
Run to that next version of self, run to that next version of life. And that's why I wanted to start giving the Hebrew letters for each month to meditate on so that you can consciously create the next version of the life that you want to live. I've been meditating with these letters, and I also have my Zohars behind me. You can see they look like dictionaries. People think they're dictionaries, they're actually Zohars. They bring prosperity and abundance through those Hebrew letters into this room, which they've been doing for me since I put them in here. And that's what the gift that I want to give you guys. This is not talked about in human design. People don't know enough about what Kabbalah is here to offer us and what it actually means. And I think it's time for me to start talking about it more. So,
Yeah, so for somebody who doesn't know what the letters can do, like how often would you suggest somebody to use them, or like would you ask them to like screenshot or save the picture? Like what would be
yeah,
a process that you might suggest to somebody?
yeah, I would definitely say save the picture in any way, whether you want to do that through a screenshot or just saving the image. You can even print it out if you want, or you can draw the letters yourself if you
Mm,
want. That might be helpful for someone that has touch in their
yeah.
variables. That might be something that you might want to do is draw it. And also, if it just helps you take in information easier, sometimes that hand to paper
Mm-hmm.
motion like helps you take it in. And then you can put it somewhere in your house or in a book or however you want to display it in any way and put it in a place that you're going to be able to visually look at it on a daily basis.
Mm,
So you
okay.
want to just be able to look at it every day. Excuse me, sorry. The allergies right now, it's just
Mm-hmm.
rampant. Anyways, so I'm actually going to put mine up on my bulletin board. So I'll take a little screenshot of that or a little, I'll just, you know, take a
Yeah.
picture and I'll put it in my stories so you guys can see it, which you'll maybe I'll wait till this time that I'm saying it to do it so that you know what I'm talking about. So head over to my stories on Tuesday so that you can see it if you're listening to this on Tuesday. So you can see how I display it. And yeah, that's a really great question, Leah. I'm glad you asked. So I hope you'll be doing something similar. I had a few people say thank you and that they're going to be using it for this next month
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
because I wanted to be able to share that, but I didn't want to like steal your story. But also,
no,
like,
it's okay.
it was the question that I was like, okay, what do I do with this? Because I'm still learning too. Like, you've had me read one of the Zohar things before in the past, I think,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
that was really cool. So just to have like the letters, it's really simple. It doesn't take anything. It just, and then
That's yeah.
remembering that every day.
It's you're not supposed to have any thought around it.
Yeah.
People, when I scan the
See it.
Zohar, I'm not, even though I used to be able to read Hebrew, I'm not that great anymore. So I don't even try to read it. I'm literally meditating on what I'm trying to consciously create. So whatever that is, you don't even have to even have your those letters in complete focus. It's just having them in your line of vision so that you're receiving the frequency from them into your aura.
I love that.
And then you're going to put it back out into the material world, into whatever you want it to be,
Cool.
because they create. That's what those letters do. So I've watched miracles happen through scanning. No, I'm not joking. Like I've
I
literally
think,
scanned for people and they had these things that like even like really deep embedded ties with earth that were not going to lift these blocks for them. Like it was like also like court based and like stuff happening in the system and like the next day everything was lifted. Literally everything was lifted. I was like,
amazing.
how is this even possible? And then I did it again for other people. I'm just like, there really is something to this because I don't just believe things. People are probably like, this lady's crazy. Maybe, maybe I am. But what I will say is that these things that I'm telling you guys, they're actually happening.
Yeah.
They're they're actually happening in real life. So we, Leah and I, not just me, can help you like really live the life that you want to live because that's where we're at now. Leah's just finally accepting this now for herself that it's possible. I'm watching more abundance and prosperity come in like on the daily and Leah the same and it's just like it's because we're allowing ourselves to just be who we are. That's all you have to do. But that's the hardest thing to do. So it's like human design will just show you the way. All it does is show you your unique path to self and purpose and love and direction and understanding and just in so many different ways. And it's I mean it's not the only way and there's definitely other tools that you need to support you along your deconditioning process. And I think that's why we also wanted to create our support group so that we can tell you guys what we're doing for ourselves, have a conversation about it for what you guys are doing, and really see how you can integrate this information into your real life and not just be theory. I'm tired of talking fucking theory. I mean, I'll never be fully tired because I just love talking human design. But I'm ready for the integrations, man. That's what
Yeah.
I want people to like be living this. So, if you're ready, you come find us. If you have any questions, DM us. We're here. We're wanting to help you in
Yes.
whatever way we can or support you. Even not even help, just support you. That's what we're here to do. So, come on over. Okay. Anyways, let's start out what's happening this Monday. Okay. So, our focus at the beginning of the week was the focus that happened at the end of last week. So, this is also this focus. I don't know if I said this last week, but it's pertaining to our health and our well-being and learning to be more compassionate for others, which I think was something that was kind of started after the release of this past full moon. It's like, all right, I really have to start living my life as who I am with the people that feel most authentic to the version of self that I want to be right now. Um, and we're being grounded in the way we approach life right now. Like, how are you actually living your life right now? Um, you're being given a huge opportunity this week to create a lot of movement in your life. Like, there's a lot of life focused on where am I going right now? Who are the people you want to see standing with you in the next chapter of your life? Could be a question you're going to ask yourself during this week or even during the new moon. What is worth fighting for is going to be something that's going to come up for you. And what is worth living for? Because so many of us are living these day-to-day lives that we have no real connection to, that we have no, like, there's no pleasure, there's no joy. There's so much joylessness happening in the outside world right now. I'm meeting so many new people. It's been quite interesting to start meeting people again. I actually met a reflector the other day, and that was fun. I always get really excited. It's like they're like a superstar when I meet a reflector, and they're like, and she didn't even understand what it was, so it was less exciting because I'm like, no, but you don't understand. She's like, she was excited, but she was like confused at the same time. Like, we'll talk, we'll do a reading, don't worry. So what is worth living for right now? And allow yourself to just kind of like noodle on this. Don't even, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know what the answer to that question is. Why do you need an answer? Just allow the question to be a question. And that's really what's going to be happening during the new moon, is a lot of potential of breakthroughs. And we'll get to that in a second. So Tuesday, opportunity, not opportunity, but I'm going to say opportunity. Okay. This is what's happening during the beginning of this week, is there's going to be a stellium in Pisces. So we have the moon, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, all coming together in the sign of Pisces as an opportunity for deep connection to source and expanding your consciousness on a very deep level. So really allowing your inner world to unfold, because you're going to need that to happen at the beginning of this week so you can take what you've learned on this day and apply it during the new moon. Okay. So if we really, I see the steps to literally every fucking thing, guys. Okay. This has become my new, like, Candy Crush. Okay. I don't know if anybody played that. I honestly didn't really play it, but that's kind of what I feel like. I'm in a game of Candy Crush. I'm like, okay, if I move this piece over here and then I move this piece up here, this piece is going to cancel that piece out. I'm going to win. And then I'm going to move. This is my power view. And then I'm like, and then I'm going to put this piece over here, that piece over there, crush it. I won that one. So it's just like, it's about where do you move the chess pieces on the board? Okay. And how does that relate to your design? Okay. How does that relate to what's going on in your life right now? So I want you guys to learn how to apply these transits to your life so that you can literally quantum leap to the next version of yourself with the help of the transits. And we were talking about this in our support group because somebody brought up that they thought they were going to have it like figured out or something when a certain gate came in that was connecting to the other side. And I said, a lot of times there's just, that's just the almost like focus, but you're not going to get a lot of realizations or epiphanies or integrations, I believe, until that gate or channel leaves. Because if you think it has to, a lot of times it has to work its way up to the sixth line, unless it's the nodes, they actually start on the sixth line. Not to confuse any of you guys, ignore everything I just said. Okay. But if you think about it, it's traveling through the lines, right? 1 through 6. So once it reaches the 6th line of the role model where it has that bird's eye view perspective, right? It can literally see everything. It sees all the reasons why it just had to go through all this fucking shit, right? That's when the opportunity comes. So it's really right after these gates and channels leave. It's like you have to jump on them when they're in transit and then ride it through once it like releases, if that made any sense. And we're probably, like I said, I'm developing something behind the scenes. You guys are getting a little teaser here. When I get to where I'm going, you'll know. First of all, you'll be able to see it because it's going to be happening in the 3D world. And then that's when I'm going to teach this, because there is a way to live the life that you are dreaming about. Those dreams that you have at night, they're not, they're actually already happening. All of the stuff that you envision is already happening on a different timeline. It's just a matter of, are you going to jump to it or not? Do you want to go to that new life? Because I thought I had to stay stuck in shit in Florida and live this like hustler lifestyle and not actually be enjoying my life as a generator. And now I'm actually enjoying my life as a generator. I'm like, who would have thought this was possible? But it is. All of this is possible. So Wednesday, what's happening? This is when we gain a new focus, and this is when we start the beginning of this new moon cycle. Okay. Because we're going to really be able to picture what's going to be unfolding during the new moon at this time. So Wednesday, we gain a new focus on transformation and renewal. And this is something special to be entering into because this will be the energy, like I said, of the eclipse. So Wednesday will be the day you can really begin to feel the flavor of this energy. See if you can smell it, taste it, envision it, hear it, touch it, or feel it. Okay. Because this is when it's going to be at its most like newness. Okay. This is when you're really going to be able, it's entering your system right now, right? Preparing you for the new moon. All right. So just allow. So this will be about spontaneous thought turned into transformation or invention. And we are being grounded in instinct. What is our intuition calling for us this time? What nudges are you getting from the universe? Allow yourself this week to truly listen to your higher self. They are putting you on the path you're meant to go on. If you feel like you lost your way, this will be the week you have the potential to not only get back on track, but also quantum leap into the future version of the self that you want to be. So take this opportunity, my friends. So there's going to be a little sacral surge happening on Friday, which I think is going to actually be beautiful, because what I think it's going to be doing is encouraging us to work through any last bits of limitations that we've been holding on to, so that we do not bring them into our next chapter when we enter the partial solar eclipse on Saturday. All right. So work through your shit on Friday. Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that you don't, why do we carry? So many of us are carrying these heavy bags every year, right? We can't seem to put them down. Then we pick up another bag. I'm like, why are you picking up another fucking bag? You have 20 bags that you need to put down to begin with before you even pick up another bag. And that bag is almost the same bag that you're already carrying. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about the eclipse. What's happening? So we have partial solar eclipse happening on April 30th, okay, in the sign of Taurus. And this happens to be the nodes. So what does that mean? We're about to quantum leap, okay? So this partial solar eclipse will be shaking up the mind and helping us release old mind stories of breaking through obstacles to step towards a new way of speaking our truth. Connecting to your specific people that really see you will be imperative during this cycle. This is really about expanding our mind, expanding our consciousness, looking towards our future, which this is actually my North Node, the gate that this is happening in. So I'm going to just tell you guys, because, I'm an Aries moon, so I like to tell you stuff about me. So I have a huge opportunity to quantum leap this new moon. So if you happen to have this gate, I would say movement, which Leah, you also have. I would say movement is is a very opportunistic time for you to jump on this, because and it'll be for everybody, but specifically if this is already in your design, I think if you can envision what how this shows up for you, you'll know when it's time to jump. That's all I'm going to say. So this new moon, which is what I said, an eclipse, that's going to move you towards um the direction of the north node, because this is happening in the north node. So this is all going to be about your future direction, personally and also collectively. You might notice a giant leap forward in time after this cycle. So pay attention. You'll be able to see it happening in the real world, because there's gonna be lots of shifts, lots of shifts happening. And like I said, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of eclipse season. So I'll be sharing more about this cycle over on my Instagram for the new moon. So definitely go follow me over at Journey Through HD if you want to know more. I always share something a little bit different on my Instagram than what I share on here, and vice versa, because you got to keep it fresh. So anyways, and there's always more to say. All right. I have an open throat. I could spin this in 1,000 different directions. All right. Anywho, so we have a really huge opportunity this week. Overcome and accept our next mission in life. I know I'll be doing my special ritual. We might also be opening the doors to the doorway, like I said, this week for our waitlist people. So waitlist people, either get on the waitlist if you're hearing this now, or you might have already got an email. Who knows? We're on defined routes. We don't know when we're going to send things out. So anyways, take advantage of this energy with the way it is connecting to your design. Look at the transits in comparison to your design this week. Do a transit connection chart, see what's happening, and allow yourself to expand and grow during this time. It's huge, huge. I really don't like when people say that. Huge. There's an H in that, like, there's an H. There's an H in there. Anywho, on to you, Leah.
I had a physics professor in college that used to say huge. He was like, huge. It wasn't, I don't even know. He couldn't even like try. But I don't know if he did it on purpose because people noticed that he did it, or if he was doing it because he just didn't know how to say huge. I don't know. Yeah. It was very weird.
Yeah, I do say some words kind of strange, so I shouldn't make fun, but I don't like when people say that. We all have our little things, and I don't like when people tell me that I'm your girl. Okay? Do not say that to me ever. I will leave.
I might have, but I might have said that with you too one time. Don't leave me. I like to say I got you. Like I got you. Like what? I don't know.
I don't know. Was that something you guys had to say for Beachbody? Your girls in your DMs right now.
No, definitely not.
Your girl.
It was
gotta
hey
hook
girl.
you up.
Hey girl.
Hey girl. That's the one. Okay.
Get it right. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey. I noticed you've been watching my stories. Shout out to all my network marketers.
Oh, right. Good times.
Love ya. Don't want to do it. Okay, so there's one of these days I will get the actual courage to talk about my story. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready. I'm getting there. It's getting closer.
I know. Slowly but surely. I just ripped the Band-Aid right off. I'm like, I'm a weirdo, guys.
Yeah.
I got hit by a car. I did hair. Here's all the horrible things that happened to me. And here I am now.
Well, right. I mean, I'm an Aquarius and I'm a line 2 and a projector, so nothing is about me. It's like, how can I help everybody else?
Because you're a 2-4. It really is about you, but
yeah, but
you don't even know what you're. Yeah, but like, you really need other people to help you understand what that's about.
Yeah,
I feel for my line 2s. I got a lot of you guys.
And you guys
cannot see outside of yourself to save your life.
I forgot to say this at the beginning because it was Easter weekend. We had done a few other family things before Easter, and then we had Easter, and we got home, and all day Monday I was like, I cannot physically peel myself, and I had a cleaning, a 3-hour cleaning. So I was like, exhausted, like physically exhausted. I was like taking it out on everybody else. My husband's like, go take a bath. He's like, get out of here right now. You are in such a bad mood. And so I stomped upstairs. I'm like, I'm taking a bath. And I went up and I did. And it was really helpful.
Yeah.
But that's like the 2-4 is like I forward so hard. And then with being around a lot of emotionals over the weekend, I was
Oh,
just like,
yeah.
oh, I couldn't come back down from where I was. And when I did, I crashed really hard. It was not great. So for all my 2-4s out there, take it easy. Don't force
Yeah.
so hard. You don't need to.
Well, there's such a contradiction with that profile.
Yeah.
It is just like the biggest contradiction of like all of them because
Yeah.
the two want doesn't want to have anything to do with people.
Yeah.
And the four is like, where are my people at?
I need my people.
So it's like
It's a hard
that.
balance. There's really a hard, I don't know if balance is even the right word, but
No,
it's just
I mean,
you
there's,
kind of have to go back and forth. Like it ebbs and flows with its own routine, and
but it's
especially like if
honoring that.
holidays and like family stuff. Like it's
That
just,
that's harder to honor was when
it's
family
hard.
has to get involved. It's
Yeah.
like with other people, you can just be like, I don't want to see ya. Sorry.
I'm real
But
busy over here. I
yeah.
got other plans sitting on my couch.
So let's
All
pull
right.
some cards
Well,
for the
let's
new
pull some
moon.
cards. I was gonna say a couple. I'm only gonna pull one, and then I'm gonna pull my oracle deck. But I think for the new moon, like it's kind of important for people if you have a deck or if you're interested in getting one, that the new and full moons are really powerful for you just to pull cards for because you can kind of read the picture on the card and understand what it means. I journal with them. I actually have I don't even remember who makes this. It's called the Ritual Planner, Writual. I got them, there was like an ad on Facebook, and I was like, I need this tarot journal. Admittedly, I haven't used it as much as I should, but I do write all the transits in here. So, like when you're speaking, I'm writing the transits in, and that's is one of my intentions for. I think it is for the new moon itself, was to start getting more intentional with using it and to pull more cards for myself. So, a few questions that there's multiple questions you can ask yourself during the full moon, but a couple of them are: what have I released? Did I say that right? New moon. What have I released since the full moon, and where am I now? And then what is emerging within me? So the new moon is about planting seeds and about intention setting. So what is emerging within me? What do I wish to grow? How can I bring my goals and intentions to fruition? And what additional resources are available to me as I manifest my goals? And the point of pulling the cards is to kind of see when you ask those questions, you can look at the card and say, okay, it's kind of telling me this. What is this picture saying? I'm sorry, I keep moving this hair out of the way for everybody that cares. So you can create kind of a sacred space for yourself. You set the intentions, you pull your cards, and then you can visualize what those are going to look like for you. And then you can also journal them out, and then you blow out your candle. Like if you have candles, like light your candle before the ritual, do your ritual, blow your candle out after your ritual. And that's helpful to kind of open and close. It's like a ceremony, your own ceremony, along with doing crystal sound bowl. So if you go back to the sound bowl, then you can do your ritual, do the sound bowl, do your ritual, and then close it out. So anyway, I'm just going to pull a couple cards here. This one will be specifically for the new moon. I dropped the whole deck on the floor. Okay, I got the Queen of Swords. And this one is really cool. I actually have, hold on. I wanted to grab, I have another book that has some really great intention questions around this. Oh, crap. Hold on. So, some questions for the Queen of Swords is: what are the roles you most easily play in your life, and what most often are you hiding behind? And then what are you ready to drop those the roles, the things that are serving you and the things that are not serving you? The Queen is actually tied to kind of masking yourself. So she's using the sword as like, you can picture the sword as she's holding it like, I have one choice over here, I have one choice over here. You kind of have a split of which way you want to go. Do you want to keep going in the direction that you've been going on, or do you want to set a new path in a new direction? And that's exactly what Taurus new moon is asking you to do, what this eclipse is asking you to do, is like, am I being supported? Am I doing all of the things that I need in my life right now to create this intention? Or am I going in the wrong direction? Am I not supporting myself? If I'm not surrounding myself with people who are supporting of me and can see me for who I am? So which direction are you on? Which path do you want to be on? And you ultimately have the choice. We all have a choice which way we want to go, because there's not just one direction. And even if we take, a couple steps down one, you can always find your way to the next path and on the next side, next direction.
I feel
So,
like you're speaking your incarnation cross right now. Just wanted to,
really?
yeah, because you're the
Oh,
four ways.
that's very interesting. So that just came out of nowhere, but that was not nowhere.
No. Well, your
Huh.
incarnation cross is, I feel like if you're in your nodes right now, if you're in your nodal return, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really lean in to all those top four gates in your incarnation cross.
Yeah,
So anyways, sorry, keep going.
that's very cool. So I would say ask yourself, like we've said multiple times, I feel like this is just another reiteration of what we've already said, is like, ask yourself, who is supporting me, who is around me and supporting me on this journey. Do I need to find a new collection of people? We're here for you. Or, do you need to just start setting new intentions and finding the right direction for yourself? Okay. And then the second one I'm going to do from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. And this one is called Akasha. Can you see it? Your guidance is divinely guided. Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the Library of Souls. A soul contract, history, gifts, lessons, and more all exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points in the timeline of our lives that are precedented or pre-planned soul contracts or agreements that were made up before incarnating. It could be a company you choose to work for, a relationship you plan to have, or a person you agree to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that this is divinely guided and you will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey and you are exactly where you need to be. This is exciting indeed. It is time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spiritual world, to trust signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. So the transmission card, or the activation for this, is, I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul's records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you said that about Wednesday, which was tapping into instinct and nudges. And I got chills.
Here's the nudge. I'm like,
there's the nudge.
I feel like when you pull these cards, they're directly for me. They're not for you guys. All right. I'm like, not, my generator is like nodding the entire, I'm like, yes, I've been asking for support. That's one thing that I've been doing since my core wound is in support and rejection. Definitely look up your unconscious Mars if you don't already know. This is where the core wound that you're supposed to almost like transform into that's going to be part of your vocation.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Corinna just scared the actual daylights out of me. I
was
thought
like, what's
something
happening?
fell in my room and it was her open, but I can only hear it in my headphones.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
I seriously thought something fell off my wall. but then I couldn't see anything. And then her head popped up behind the weights, and I was like, like that's why I went like this. And you were still talking. I was like trying to focus on the.
I'm like, why does she look like something just happened? Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about. So what you guys will just catch the end of what my thought was
So
on
sorry.
the end. We had to cut
We had
that
an interruption.
out. So we're back. So anyways, to sum this all up, whoever you want to be right now, like I'm very, very serious, is possible. Whatever version of yourself that you've been either dreaming about your entire life and not having the guts to step into, this will be your time to do it. Support group people, we will be having lots of conversations about this. And if you would like to join, we're here. We're here waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help you on your next journey that you would like to take on your deconditioning process. Everyone's on their own path, and it's really just allowing yourself to, one, respect where you're at and say, you know what, sometimes I see myself as this other version, but maybe it's just not the right time. But I will say right now, for a lot of people, this is going to be your time. So step into it, and we'll see you on the other side. Happy journeying.
Yay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Crystal and I are really here as defined hearts to provide value to you with our unique insights. If you have found any of this episode valuable to you, we ask that you share with a friend, tag us with a highlight on Instagram, and write us a review so we can reach more people. Human design and astrology are tools to guide us toward our transformation. You are a unique and beautiful being, and we encourage you to let that light inside of you shine bright. See you in the next episode, friends.